What's up guys, welcome to Cash Project YouTube channel. In today's video I'm about to share with you the best way to apply news. Alright, first of all, right here on my screen I'm going to introduce to you my two favorite news platform. Alright, and I'm going to share with you how to apply news. Alright, I discovered that a lot of people struggle with technical analysis. They try to understand the chart movement without even knowing the basic. Alright, news is one of the basic foundation of technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Alright, you need to know what determines the movement of the chart on your trading platform. Alright, whether you are using MT4, MT5, TradingView, C Trader, or whatever trading platform you are using. Right, you need to know the things that are determining the movement on the chart. All right, whatever currency pairs you are trading, you should know what is controlling that currency pairs, what is determining the movement of that currency. All right, so right here in this video I'm about to share with you how to read news. The news platform, of course, I've already introduced it. Alright, so I'm going to take you through how you can study news on this platform and utilize it in your trading platform. So right here we are on Forex Factory. Now on Forex Factory, you can see today being Monday 1st of May, you can see the news available for today. If you click on this button that says more, it will open a lot of other news. Of course, you can see this one on the ash background is on Tuesday. Now, one thing so wonderful about this platform is that they have a lot of news in advance. Right, you can see a couple of news in advance, so you can just go ahead and look at those news and then decide when to enter your trade. Right, but you cannot completely rely on news, but you must take note of news when you're entering trade. Now, for those of us in this part of the world, personally I trade usually between the London and US trading section. All right, within those market sessions, those are when I usually trade. So I look at the news that will have effect on currency that will come between those periods. So here is one of the major news. Right, you can see this news. This is on US dollar and the time happens to be 3:00 hour. Now look at the impact of the news. Now this is one thing you should take note of. On this platform you have dates. Okay, on this date you have the date of as normal, then you have the time all through, and then you have currency. Here are the list of currencies that you get news from, and then you have this sign, this title, impact. Now when you see a news in this ash color, this means zero impact news. This news doesn't have impact at all on the currencies. Whatever currency this news appears on doesn't have impact. Then the ones on yellow indication implies that this news has a very low impact. For instance, you have JPY, and then you have this news final manufacturing PIM. Now PMI. This indicates that this news is a low impact news on JPY. Now if you scroll down, you see another news. Okay, this very one on US dollar. You see that this news is indicated red. This is a high impact news. This news will really affect the market. It's an high impact news. Then you have another one with orange indication. This one indicates that this news is a medium impact news. All right, so what do you do in order to utilize this news to decide how to make your entry? You look at the forecast. Okay, don't forget to check this other area also. Now this is the details. You see the news icons, and then you see detail. All right, then you see actual, you see forecast, and you see previous. Now and then you see the graphic presentation of the news. Now under previous and under previous, focus, and actual is what you should focus on. All right, those are the area you have to focus on. Now under previous, look at this impact news on US dollar. Under previous, you see the performance of the US dollar. Under previous, you see 46.3. all right, under previous you see what, 46.3. now under focus, now the news and under having a professionals having analyzed the news, they forecast that, or after their overall examination on the news, they forecast that this news will make impact on US dollar by increasing US dollar to 64.8. all right, remember the previous position of the US dollar at that point was 46.3. now after analysis, they forecast that it will add, it will increase the value of US dollar by 46.8. all right, so you can see the difference between the two figures. The difference here is 8, while this one is 0.3, this one is 0.8. now look at the actual. Look at this, the actual. Here is how you get the final result. These are things that convince you to decide what to do. Now look at the actual. The actual happens to be 47.3. right? Do you see the difference? Now the forecast state that it will be 46.8, but while the previous was 46.3, but the actual happened to even exceed the forecast by a reasonable percent. They're giving it 47.1. That is to say, if you had followed this forecast, you will be in profit. All right, you will be in profit. Now if you click on this news icon, the news itself will open. all right, so you can see the details of this news. You see the history. all right, you see the history of the news, how the news reoccur. all right, how the news reoccur over the years. Now let's go back to where we look at the news in real market or on a chart. Now you go to this features that says market. all right, go to this feature that says market. When you click on market, you go to any currency pairs that you have. US dollar, here we are with US JPY. all right, USD JPY. This is US dollar serving as the base currency. Now this is one thing I don't know if you have an idea of, but I want to expose this to you right here on this platform. US dollar coming first on this currency pairs means that this particular currency, being US dollar, is the base currency. all right, it is the base currency, whereas the second one is the all right, the US dollar is the base currency, then the second one is the quote currency. Don't forget this. Be able to differentiate them so that you will know how they affect the movement on the chart. When you are able to differentiate the function or the position, the standing of these currency pairs on the chart, then you'll be able to know what to do. Now this is the base currency, this is the quote currency. US dollar being the base currency, whenever US dollar is doing well, is going to push the market up. all right, because it is the base. all right, in fact, technically or in a real sense, in practical sense, whatever stands as the base is always at the bottom. Now when that thing is growing, it's going to be pushing up. all right, so that is US dollar serving as the best currency here. If US dollar is improving, it's going to be pushing, all right, it's going to be pushing the charts up. That is where you have bullish movement in the market. But if on the contrary, the JPY, which is the Japan yen, which is also the quote currency in this context, if the quote currency is the one that is doing well, all right, if the quote currency is the one that is doing well while the base currency is not doing well, you will see the market going down. All right, on the chart you will see the market moving downward. This is purely the foundational knowledge of how charts move. Whenever the base currency is doing well, that is when the market is going up. Whenever the quote currency is doing well, that is when the market is going down. Whenever both of them are not doing well, that is when you have consolidation or indecision in market. This is practically how charts move. So now what do you do? How do you apply this news to know how to utilize it in order to enter a successful trade? You look at US dollar is where we get the news from, and this is the detail of the news. All right, of course you can see it indicated here, the hottest story for US JPY. Now here is the hottest story. We already gotten the detail. We have already gotten the detail on the other side. All right, under the calendar. Of course, if you want to go back there, you can just click on this button, calendar, and it will take you there. So we have already gotten the detail and how this news is going to impact positively. It's going to positively impact US dollar. That is to say, it's going to add value on US dollar, and US dollar is going to increase. Remember that news came by 3 o'clock. Let's go back to the calendar and review the news. Take a second look at the news. Now here is the news. Remember, take a look at the time. This is 3:00 p.m. all right, and this was the news. Now when we go to the market, look at US dollar, and this is the news. Okay, here is the news. Now here is the chart. Here is the chart representing this US JPY. Now if you click on this button that says expand, to expand the chart, exactly what you have here is what you have on TradingView, MT4, MT5, or CTrader, whatever trading platform. Exactly what you have here is what you have on that platform. Now look at the chart at exactly 3:00 hour. You see the chart at exactly 3:00 hour. Now you look at the news. This is exactly the news. Manufacturing PMI. All right. This is the impact the news has made on the chart. You can see that the chart actually moved up. All right. The chart actually make a bullish movement because of the impact of the news, and that movement continues for a reasonable period of time. I think it takes about 10 minutes. All right. So if you have gotten this news earlier before the time, of course, if you move this chart back, all right, if you move this chart back, you can see that there are empty spaces around here. News always come in advance. If you go over to the calendar section, you realize that you always have news in advance. You have news, even news in the next 3 days. All right. So if you have gotten this news on this platform earlier enough, and then you take a look at the news in advance, you realize that at that particular time, all you just have to do is to go to your trading platform and make a buy entry. All right. All you just have to do is to go to your trading platform and make a buy entry, because this is high impact news. All right. This is high impact news, and based on the forecast and the market analysis, and also looking at the condition of the chart, you also see that you've been on of course this is 5 minutes time frame. Even if you change it to 1 hour time frame, you'll still see similar thing. All right. If you change it to 1 hour time frame, you can see that overall movement of this chart is up movement, is in a bullish trend. All right. And here is the position of the news. All right. here is the position of the news. The same thing apply here. You can see a lot of news. All right, now this is another strong impact news. You must take note of those news. All right, it is not all news that you see in red indication that really impacts the market, all right, or have impact on the market. There are some news, all right, and I'm going to tell you about those news. Now let me mention those news in a short way. Monetary news, any news that involve monetary policy, all right, any news that involve major institutions, like this particular news we are talking about, it involves major institution. You can imagine this is a manufacturing news that relates with production. All right, you can imagine the value of productivity. So this has to do with production, the quantity, production, and the value is going to add to the quantity in the production, and the value is going to add to the currency. Also, when you come to this other news, you can see that this has to do with monetary statements on monetary policy. All right, these ones also have effect on the currency. All right, look at this one also. Gross domestic product. All right, you can see this one, list of news here. Advanced GDP. These are news that really have impact on 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 currencies. All right, but when you have only this unemployment claim, this news in most cases doesn't have impact. All right, okay, look at here, we have some red. You can see China says so thing. These are not impact news. Look at this. These ones doesn't really have impact. All right, they really don't have much impact on the market. You can see CPI, all this news. Like this news is basically on Australia dollar, so they really do not have impact on US being dollar being the base currency on this chart. So that is basically how to apply news on your trading platform in order to make a good trading decision. Now let's go to my second best platform. All right, I don't really like introducing this because there are some features that some traders will likely want to adopt, which may not really encourage your performance. All right, this also comes with a lot of news. All right, this also comes with a lot of news. Of course, you can see here the news are clearly indicated. You can see here this one is already in red indication, and it is listed here. It is written here high. Of course, you can see under news you see high, and today happened to be the 1st of May. This happened to be the news on at 100 hour. All right, and the rest are none. Okay, on the other platform they just indicate it with hash. All right, so this one just indicate none. Now look at the same analysis here. This one happens on, okay, you see monetary whatever. This one is on AUD, which is Australia dollar. Now this one is an impact news, and if you should look at that chart at that particular time, you realize that it will really have effect. And secondly, you look at the analysis. The analysis states that the previous position or the previous percentage of the currency was 49.1. All right, now the consensus being the focus a position happens to be 48.1, meaning that this currency is going to drop. All right, meaning that this currency is going to drop from 49.1 to 48.1, which is going to drop by 1%. All right, now look at the actual. All right, look at the actual. The actual indicate that this after the news must have occurred, or at the point the news take place, the currency actually dropped by 9% or by 0.9, because it is supposed to be 8.1, but it happens to be 48 exactly. All right, it happens to be 48, meaning that this consensus or the forecast got it slightly right, not exactly as the forecast, but slightly right, because the price actually dropped. All right, the price actually dropped. So wherever you have this AUD as the base currency at that particular time, which is 0.100 hour, if you had entered the market, if you had sell where this currency serve as the base currency against any other strong currency, you realize that you will be in profit. All right, you realize that you will be in profit because the forecast and the news actually have impacts on the market. All right, if you scroll down you get to see the news where we actually talked about. All right, this is the US dollar news. All right, you can see right here, this is the global manufacturing news, exactly the news we had on the other platform. All right, but you can see slight changes, slight different with the news. All right, here is high impact news on US dollar, here is low impact news, still confirming the same news. This is low impact news, this is another medium impact news. So there are a couple of news, you can see a lot of news on US dollar. Now if you apply this news, check alongside with their time frame. All right, check alongside with their time frame. All this news happens to be by all this news happen to be by 1:30. It depends on their time zone. All right, at the end of it all, when you analyze from the both platform and apply it to your time zone, all this news will be at the same time. So all these things varies based on time zone. All right, now all of this news, if you check under US dollar, almost all of this news appear within the same time frame. All right, almost all of them appear within the same time frame. Now what do? Take a look at the previous statement or the previous position of the currency. All right, take a look at the previous position of the currency on each of the news, and then look at the consensus, which is the forecast position. All right, when you look at the forecast position, then you will know the direction you are going to trade. Now if assuming this currency happens to be the quote currency, all right, assuming this USD happens to be the quote currency against any other currency, what you should have done is to sell. All right, what you should have done is to sell, because the quote currency, whenever it is making progress, is going to push the market down. All right, but in this case, whenever you see US dollar as the base currency and US dollar is having this impact news that is going to increase, of course you can see the percentage here 49.2, and the forecast price happens to be 50.4, but unfortunately it happens to be 50.2, not 50.4. But however, it actually increased above 49, right? It actually increased above 49.2. So this indicates that the impact of this news is going to add value to the US dollar, and if US dollar serves as the best currency on your trading platform, this is a strong indication that the market is going to be bullish. All right, is actually going to be bullish, and all you just have to do is to take a buy. All right, all you just have to do is to take a buy. When you buy, you make it within a few minutes. The impact of the news get into the market, you buy, and within 5-10 minutes you're out of the market. That is how to trade as a professional. and this is the basis of fundamental analysis. All right, this is the basis of fundamental analysis. Another phase of fundamental analysis is also studying individual currency indices. All right, when you go to only US dollar and check the indices, the position of the US dollar, study the chart, that is another stage of fundamental analysis. But this one here is one of the bases. Now this is another feature. Before I round up this video, I'm taking too much time. This is another feature that I would like to share with you that will interest you. However, I don't like sharing this feature with people because some traders who really don't want to go through the due process, who really don't want to chew the trading system to the core and understand the basics. They like going by signal. Now here is another option that I would like to show you. Although at your leisure you can go through all the features of this platform. Here is another functionality of this platform. You can see right here that you have different charts. All right, you have different charts on this platform posted by different forex traders. All right, here are charts on this platform presented by different forex traders on different currency pairs. All right, so you can just click on any of them. For instance, this one is on gold and US dollar, so you can just click on any of them, and this is more like a copy trading feature of this platform. So you can see the market analysis. Of course, you can see the market analysis placed by this person. All right, this person's analyzed that this market will go bullish. Of course, you can see the final result that from that point the market actually go bullish. All right, even after this spike movement and immediate drop down in the market is still moving bullish. Of course, if you look at from where he took the position, if you had followed the system, you must have taken your profit from here. So this is another beautiful feature of this platform. Although I must be sincere, I don't like it because I like analyzing the market myself and understanding what really caused the movement in the market. There are a lot of charts from different currencies that are being presented here by different forex traders. Of course, you can see the raw charts and their analysis. Alright, so if you love this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to place your comment in the comment section below. Tell us about the content that you would like us to share with you. Tell us about the things you like and the things you don't really like about our channel. Also, don't forget to share our video to help friends who want to get the raw idea of how to make money online, the raw idea on how to become a good trader. Alright, just follow us on this channel, give us a thumbs up, like and share our video, and we'll see you again in our next video. We love you.